I had served in Vietnam in '69, decided to leave the military. I went to law school in Washington, and I graduated in 1974 and wasn't really all that enamored with being a lawyer, but I heard that the veterans were having problems, and I thought I could volunteer my services, maybe help some people. So I went to a meeting. It was called to put on better benefits, called to strive for better benefits. And at the meeting, a man stuck up his hand and said, what about having a memorial? And the general consensus at the meeting was, no, we don't need a memorial, we need more benefits. But it struck me as something that everybody needed was a pat on the back. So I went up to him afterward, and he said, well, what do I need to do? And I said, well, you got to put together a nonprofit corporation. And so we did. We, 10 days later, incorporated the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund as a nonprofit corporation that could have the authorization to build the memorial, could contract for it, and could receive donations from the public, who then could get a tax deduction. Now, I want to say that the idea came from a man named Jan Scruggs, and he came through an entirely different background than I did. He was a young man from the suburbs of Washington who didn't have the money to go to college out of high school, so he went in the service to get the GI Bill, found himself as an infantryman in Vietnam, was himself wounded, hospitalized, saw half the men in his company killed or wounded. And he came back and studied psychological counseling at American University. And writing a master's thesis, he found that the reason so many veterans are having problems is they did not return to a supportive societal atmosphere. And so one of his recommendations is that the country express acknowledgement and recognition to the veterans by creating a memorial. And, of course, nothing came out of Congress. So the initiative, he decided to take the initiative himself.